He's about 3 doors down.
This is it, guys. Well, we are. This is the Mad Audible today, Chris.
Yes. Here we
Mad
are.
Audible. We got to our taping location, which is Homeboy's house, and Homeboy didn't pay his electric bill. So I knew times were tough.
Times are
Chris.
tough right now.
I didn't realize we were here.
2024 has not been easy.
And
so.
and to boot, we're about ready to have the trash picked up, which is all of this, man.
Oh,
What's up, dude?
That's my dude right there.
Hey, he's a good guy, huh?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay,
That's
getting
the trash.
You guys are getting the full Monty experience today.
Yes. That's. Yeah, buddy. Let you as well, my friend. See you, brother.
I wish my trash guy was that nice.
Oh, he's the coolest dude.
My dude could give a crap if he knocks my trash over. He does not care.
Nicest guy. In fact, last year he jumps out of his truck and he's like, dude, I want to check out your gym. So I'm showing him around the gym. Before you know it, I'm handing him meal replacement shakes. So he's the coolest dude ever.
Aww.
Yeah, he's awesome. So I hook him up with a bunch of shakes, and then in return, he came back and he made me a bunch of beef jerky. Yes. So like he's turned into like,
this is great.
He's a great dude. Yeah.
Oh,
so we just like, I give him shakes, he gives me beef jerky, which is awesome.
So first and foremost, we're hoping that you guys can hear us okay. It was kind of a joke. I think he paid his electric bill, but the power is out in the place. And so we're literally going completely wireless. We're running Wi-Fi off of our phones.
Yes.
This is a fun little experience for us.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
And thank you guys so much for the birthday wishes.
Yes, buddy.
It was a wonderful birthday.
Happy 46, dude.
Yeah. You want to hear something that's so funny? So
yeah. Thank you, Kim.
The
Thanks,
crew.
Patricia.
Yeah, thank you guys. The crew, they gave me a bouquet of balloons.
I saw it.
Yeah, do you see the order that the balloons are in?
No.
And no matter which way that we set the balloons down, a balloon says 4 on it, the other one says 6.
Okay.
And every time we set them down, they cross. And so it says 64. And then I fix it, and then they cross again. It will not go to 46. It keeps telling me that I'm 64.
Oh,
and it's driving me nuts. And so.
You know what, though? I mean, don't you wish? I mean, 64 won't be bad. It won't be.
Oh, man.
Like it just, I'm thinking 64 is going to be the absolute best.
Dude, I hope so. As long as, and of course, this is me being the fitness guy here, but as long as we continue to focus on our health and wellness, because the thing is, it's what we do now.
Yes.
This is where we kind of build up that bank account so that 64 can actually be pretty darn decent.
All right.
But it's what we're doing right now. See, Patricia, you're right there with me. You get it.
Where?
Awesome. She said she's going to be 46 in a month.
Oh, look at this.
Nice. 78, baby.
Oh, this is good. So anyways, welcome to the INT Live from Chris's gym in the garage today. If you guys are just joining us, the power is out everywhere. And can you just give us a little thumbs up in the comments if you can hear us okay? And if we don't, we want to make sure
yes,
there's not some crazy lag on this thing. We want to make sure you guys can hear us. And please continue the birthday wishes. He had his birthday over the weekend.
Thanks, guys. Much appreciated for all the birthday wishes. Thank you.
I got you super inappropriate gift that'll be here in the mail the next couple of days.
Oh, great.
What do you mean? What do you think
I don't know.
What do you think it is?
I don't know what to think about it. If it's anything like the gift I gave to you.
That wasn't inappropriate. That was a great gift.
It was a good
Which
gift.
still needs to be used, by the way.
It was
terrible.
It was thoughtful.
All right.
I put a lot of thought into that one. Oh, you guys are the best. Thank you so much.
That's sweet.
And grazie to Italy for the birthday wishes. And thank you for the birthday wishes from the UK as well.
So, we've got this Ask Us Anything button that's sitting at the Chris Powell website, which you can get to at chrispowell.com, correct? And you can ask us anything you want. And it's so funny here because I see Nafis, he is leaving us a comment right here. And he actually left us a voice note, and it's about walking. So why don't we handle this really quick?
Let's go.
Okay. So just like Nafis, you can go to the website, you can hit the boom, you hit the button and it records, and then we get it. Here's what Nafis had to say to us, Chris.
Chris Powell, Matthew Blades, how are you guys? It's Nafis, aka Live Healthy Movement on Instagram, and I want to talk to you guys briefly about how walking helped me go from 270 pounds in November to 218. Well, this past November, I found myself at 270 pounds and did not know where to start or begin. And I knew I didn't want to wait till the whole New Year, New Me thing and New Year's. So I started just trying to walk 1,000, 2,000 steps per day. And that kind of just snowballed into me keep raising my step goal on a weekly basis to where last month I walked 1 million steps last month. I also mixed in a little 2 to 3 times weight training per day. And sometimes I walk with a weighted vest. And kind of the point of this quick little voice is people highly underestimated walking. Being that if you asked me in November, said that I was going to walk 1 million steps last month, I would have told you you're crazy.
All right, so that's the gist of the story is that like people underestimate walking, and I thought it'd be such a great opportunity for you to double down on Nafis and what he has to say. Thank you, Nafis, for hitting the button.
Thank you, brother. And first of all, congratulations. What you've done is absolutely remarkable, and I love to hear that you're doing this walking. You know, here's the thing: if people knew how beneficial walking it was, I would probably have been out of a job a long time ago.
Yeah,
because
true.
I mean, no, granted, obviously, when it comes to strength training and conditioning and all that stuff and helping people through the journey of transformation, there are some amazing nuances to that. And I love guiding people through, but walking is the perfect step one. In fact, I will always recommend walking before people actually begin resistance training. If they have not incorporated movement into their life yet, walking sets the most incredible foundation for cardiovascular health, for bone health, for lower body muscular health, for everything. So like that is like when it comes to even the weight loss journey, I'll typically focus on sleep, nutrition, and steps. I also love the fact that you started off really slow, which is exactly where you should have started off, you know, because it's about determining, hey, what do you typically do? Like what's your average step count daily over the course of a week? What could that possibly be? And then the thing is, you slowly increased it over time. A really good way to identify like what your walking step goal should be. I call it like it's an 85% rule. And so when you're seeking to set a goal that's 10 to 15% beyond what you are currently capable of doing and what you typically do. So say you do, and for me, especially when it comes to people just starting off, I don't say 15%. I'll usually start with 10%. So if you say your average step count is, I don't know, 4,000 steps a day, then you should set a goal for about 4,400 steps. Just increase it by 10%. See if you can hit that for a certain period of time. And then you slowly increase it from there. But man, you just cannot go wrong when it comes to walking. I've seen the most incredible transformations, physical transformations, just done through walking. So huge fan.
Let's talk a little bit about the brain too. And I mean, that's just the mental love that comes on a walk of just sorting out your thoughts, getting into nature, just settling down a little bit. To me, that it's the 1-2 punch. That's why walking is so perfect. I remember that story you used to share about who was it? Maybe it was you, or maybe it was somebody you were coaching and they had just gone through a breakup, and your whole thing was you need to go walk. You need to go walk for 10 minutes and just get it all straightened out. And then that person they fell in love with it. One thing led to another, but I don't know. Am I getting that story right?
You are. So here's the thing. Walking helped me through my mental health journey. When I couldn't move, I didn't want to do anything. It was actually walking outside because of the combination. It's not just physical health. It is mental health as well. Yes, you are oxygenating the brain. Yes, you are, moving the blood throughout the body. But nevertheless, it's like just being outside in nature and being able to kind of sit with your thoughts. There's something so cathartic to it. But that's also turned into a thing with our team members, whenever somebody's having a rough day and we're feeling reactive or irritated, aggravated, whatever it is, the very first thing we always have to do is just go out on a walk. Hey, let's just put a pin in it, go walk for 10 minutes and come back. And it's the craziest thing how well, and I know you experience this as well, but how well you can sort your thoughts when you're out walking and you're quiet, not on your phone, just walk and allow the thoughts to come up as they do. And holy smokes, it works wonders. And so, that is why steps is one of the main pillars of wellness that we focus on. And like when we look at like the 10 pillars of wellness, steps is one of the main foundational pillars.
Yeah. Patricia
Yeah.
says, I always feel better mentally after going on a walk or run. It's just a matter of having the motivation to do it. It's hard, right? Like, and some days you have to work with your schedule to
Yeah.
allow it. We live here in Arizona, and then the summertime, the walking is almost impossible unless you get up at like 5 a.m.
Right. Yeah.
But that's the price you might have to pay to get that walk in. And there you go. You got to decide what's more important.
It is. And keep in mind, if you're struggling with motivation, perhaps, I'm just going to throw this out there,
You need
perhaps
some drugs.
yeah, that maybe yeah.
And just trying to make people laugh. Just trying to make people
I was
laugh.
gonna say the speedier ones will always do it. Caffeine.
Sounds like you need
Here.
some caffeine.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
grab a little coffee.
Yeah. Sounds like you
And,
need some caffeine.
By the way, caffeine really is an incredible tool
I use it every day.
for motivation.
Yes.
I mean, because look, you wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, the last thing you want to do is get your heart rate up.
Amen.
And so it can be a really, really incredible tool just to put your body into motion. The second thing I would recommend also is that, and this is what I was going toward here, is that a lot of times if you feel like you need the motivation to get out there and walk, you might be committing to too much. You might, because if you're like, oh man, I don't want to get out there and I got to go on a 30-minute walk. Whoa, hold on. You might be taking on way too much. What if you committed to just walking outside for 5 minutes? To a point where it's like, look, it's just, oh, I got 5 minutes. I can go do this. And then, by the way, 5 can always turn into 10. And anything beyond that is gravy. So perhaps you're committing to way too much. Lower your barrier of entry to the point where you know you can win. So a 5-minute walk is a win. And then anything beyond that, again, is just going to benefit you that much more. So just keep that in mind. With anything, it's like, oh, I don't want to go out and I don't want to go to the gym and work out. Why don't you just go to the gym and just commit to a warm-up and then get back in your car and drive home? No joke. Or maybe just sit there in your living room. Just go through a warm-up. You don't have to work out. And if you feel good after the warm-up, anything beyond that, that's gravy. Same thing when it goes to any kind of activity. If you're struggling with motivation, lower the barrier of entry to keep you winning. That's all I have to say about that.
That's all I have to say.
Let's
about
go.
that.
Let's go.
All right, guys.
What do you do when you're not feeling motivated?
We talked
Yeah.
about this a few weeks ago on our podcast. I have the 10-minute rule for me, which you helped me institute. And on days where I do not want to go to the gym, I go for 10 minutes.
See, yes.
I walk in, I do a
Yes.
couple of things. It's always longer than 10 minutes. Like, I think the shortest amount of time I've ever spent at the gym is maybe 15 or 20 minutes, right? Because I'll do a little bit of movement, then I'll be like, all right, well, I'll go lift this or I'll go lift that. And then if after that I'm done, today was a prime example of that. I mean, I think I spent 21 minutes at the gym. I'm good with it. I don't beat myself up about it. I don't feel like less of a man about it. Who cares? I moved more than I would have if I just stayed home.
Well, we posted about it on our podcast.
Yes.
And it said, put your body in motion and your mind will follow.
Yes.
And there is, and it's really cool to see the actual science behind that, because your mind will not be motivated.
Yeah.
But the moment you put your body in motion, sure enough, and that's what you're doing with your 10 minutes.
Yes.
Go in and do 10 minutes and it's never 10 minutes. But also here's the thing, you can't fool yourself. And you're thinking, oh, I'm just going to say 10 minutes, but deep down inside, I know I'm going to do 21. No, you actually have to commit to just 10.
Yeah.
And whatever happens beyond that, happens beyond that. Because the thing is, yeah, again, you cannot trick yourself when you know the punchline,
Yes.
So
All right.
keep that in mind.
Well, more birthday wishes coming in. What did you do for your birthday? And then we got to kind of wrap up. But what did you do for your birthday? Oh, this is your friend Cynthia.
Oh, Cynthia,
I
what's
just
up?
sent you an email yesterday, Cynthia. That's so funny to see
Oh,
you
that's
on
awesome.
here. What's up? Oh, she says, I got your email. Oh, what's up? That's so fun. What did you do for your birthday?
Okay,
Then we gotta
so it was a chill day. I took my kids to the arcade, and then we started off with protein pancakes,
Okay.
and I did blueberry cheesecake pancakes. which were
Their
delicious.
idea or your idea?
Their idea was pancakes. My idea was adding the protein. So I won, and it was funny because they're delicious anyway. So the kids
They look
loved
really
it.
good.
Yeah,
Man. They look really
they're-
good.
I posted about them.
I saw it.
And then we went to the arcade,
Okay.
played video games. I got some gift cards to the arcade from over Christmas, and so we played video games for like like 2 hours.
Is Ruby
dude.
into video games or is this a cash thing?
No.
Sounds led by an older brother.
This is totally an older brother thing, but Ruby's into those games where you like pull the lever and you get the tickets, you know, the claw game and all that. I mean,
Yeah.
we did every freaking claw game, which those drive me absolutely bananas because
Have you seen the new comedy routine by Taylor Tomlinson?
no,
It's freaking hilarious. She's like, we're all in that glass and we're just waiting for somebody to come and pluck us out and save us.
it's
Like she's talking about life and she's like, and that claw never works. It never holds
No.
anybody. In fact, sometimes it just moves us. And then if you're lucky enough to get plucked up and pulled out on the outside, you're looking back, look at the others like, you'll have a day one time too. It's such a good comedy, but
dude, it's so true.
yeah.
That stupid claw, it comes down and
Doesn't work.
every once in a while it'll get a good grip and then it goes like this. It goes and then once it hits the top, it goes and then it drops.
It's literally our lives.
Dude,
It's like the claw game is a metaphor for our lives.
it really is.
It's so
It
true.
is.
It's like we all hold on really tight at the beginning and then it gets a little harder and a little harder. And we're like, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's so true. And man, please, claw in the sky, come pick me. I'm waiting.
That's the thing. There's nobody coming to save us.
No, it's so true. Just us.
We got to find a way out of the glass tube ourselves.
We do.
Yeah,
So,
man.
so we spent 2 hours playing the claw game
Okay.
and all kinds of video games. And then
Power's
power's on. Wow. Yeah. Thank you, SRP.
For those of you that just joined us, we're out here in the garage because the power's been off. And so this is hilarious. It apparently just went back on.
Look at that. Wow. You know, sometimes you look at the clock and it'll tell you a lot about what happened. So it was, who knows?
12:47, a couple hours off. Okay, so after the video.
after
games.
the video games, came back here. We just hung out here for a little bit, and then we were going to go to dinner at. It's funny, we were going to go to dinner at this one restaurant that I love, but they've got these kind of Picasso-like paintings on the wall, and so Ruby's like, I don't want to go to that restaurant because those paintings creep me out.
Really?
Yeah, so we passed on that restaurant, and instead they wanted to go to BJ's Roadhouse.
Okay.
And so so we planned it all out, jumped in the car. I'm like, I'm gonna call BJ's and put our name in. It was an hour and a half wait.
Yeah. No BJs.
Nope. So I turned around, we came back here and
No BJs for anybody.
nope. We ate cold pizza and pie. And we had both banana cream pie and pecan pie. We climbed to the top of our hill and we watched the sunset together. And
That's pretty cool.
We hung out there. We actually hung out on top of the hill for an hour and a half, and we just talked and laughed, and it was perfect.
It was a good birthday.
It was a good birthday.
All right.
Yeah. Then we came back down here and we watched a show called Teenage Kraken on
Mm,
Netflix.
Okay.
And you know, it's funny. It was my birthday, but we did all this stuff that the kids wanted.
That's
to
what
do.
it sounded like to me.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like to me. Well, you know
So-
what? On some levels, like that makes it easier because then they're plugged in, they're happy. They don't, you know, it's not like it's less effort that
Yeah,
way.
yeah, it certainly was. It
And
was good.
all parents know what we're talking about here.
Boy, yes, you certainly do. And again, it was you're right. It's easier. There's no bickering or fighting or anything like that. And it was
Yeah.
like, look, all right,
All
good.
right. Patricia, get out of here. Have a great day at work.
Yes,
Cynthia, thank you for the birthday wishes for this homeboy. 46.
guys.
Man, you almost like
I'm catching up to
you're
you.
catching up to me.
Catching up.
Hey, by the way, Maury's down in Puerto Rico where our buddy Lucas Mack was over
Yeah.
the weekend. Did you see the Chris Paul fight?
Oh, Jake Paul.
Jake Paul.
Yes.
Jake Paul. What
Yeah.
did I say? Chris
Chris
Paul?
Paul.
He's a basketball
He's a really
player.
good basketball player.
Jake Paul,
Dude,
knockout in the first round.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Have you talked to Lucas about it? yet?
No.
Yeah, that should be
No.
interesting. I'm curious to hear how it went on that side. So
Looked amazing.
it really did.
I didn't realize Jake lived there.
I didn't know he lived there either.
They made it sound like he has a house there.
Oh,
Hmm.
probably. I wonder if it's a tax thing. Probably.
Yeah, well, listen, we should all be so lucky.
Yeah, I know.
We got to
right?
get out of here, everybody.
Yeah, we got to go to our home in Puerto Rico.
right now. We're out of here. Have a good one.
See you guys.